it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. We better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We better stop. What's that sound?
Instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel was on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu.
All right, we're going to get right into it today. We're going to talk about what's going on. And I'm gonna talk about something that no one's talking about. We're going to get right into it. And I just want you guys to be super careful as you're picking sides.
Much like COVID and even the war in Ukraine, we are being forced to choose a side. And it's not simply a selection, but a moral decree.
And by the time I'm done with this video, I hope it gives you some more information so you can make an educated decision, because everything is not black and white. And if you've been paying attention for the last 4 years, hopefully you have. Hopefully you have. You can see the world is a stage, and none of this is by coincidence. Okay, so we're going to rewind the clock a little bit out here on the homestead, and we're going to talk about 2019-2020. What was going on in 2019-2020? Well, it just so happens that in Hong Kong, there was a great big protest. People were out by the hundreds of thousands protesting the government, some new policies that they were enacting that the democracy, America's not a democracy, side note, but the people were dead set against. They did not like it, and they felt that it gave the government too much power. The protests began with a sit-in at the government headquarters on March 15th, 2019, and a demonstration attended by hundreds of thousands on June 9th, 2019, followed by a gathering outside of the Legislative Council complex on June 12th, which stalled the bill's second reading. So they were gaining momentum on shutting down a policy that they didn't agree with in communist China. The protest was also in response to the perceived excessive use of force by the Hong Kong police on June 12th. As the protest progressed, activists laid out 5 key demands. So there was huge protests going on in China right before they colluded with America, because those are the facts, Jacks, to release this new strain of a flu bug that they psyched everybody up with and then shut down the globe, right? Do we remember this? Seriously, do we remember this? Now, we're going to fast forward to now. In Israel, in case you're not paying attention, right before all this, I'm going to say it, lies started, weapons of mass destruction, lies, how many times is America going to fall for the lies? In Israel, right before this all goes down, July 24th, protests rocked Israel for 29 consecutive weeks, and there is more to come. For the past 7 months, hundreds of thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets to protest the far-right government's effort to weaken the country's Supreme Court and grant Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his political allies more power. Right? January 14th, 80,000 people gathered in Tel Aviv in the heart of the movement to protest the proposed reforms. Among them were politicians and officials from the judiciary. On February 25th, that number doubled to just over a month later as 160,000 people took part in the demonstration in Tel Aviv, the largest protest yet. So isn't it a coincidence that all these governments that have these iron grips on their citizens are losing power to democracy and freedom of speech as people try to get to the streets and protest their government, and then they come out with something to shut them up? March 1st, police violently cracked down on protesters using stun grenades and water cannons. At least 40 people were arrested and 11 were hospitalized and injured, stemming from the violent confrontations. I could go on and on. Video on Twitter appeared to show authorities spraying demonstrators with a liquid known as the skunk, a foul-smelling substance of who knows what chemicals sprayed on the citizens protesting the government, used by Israeli forces authorities for crowd control. Protesters are expected to continue, and country's largest labor federation may declare a general strike, shutting down business across Israel. Okay? Now, this is all going on, and then all of a sudden, balloon.
Militants used paragliders to cross into Israel. You can see one flying here, right next to a barrage of rockets.
This propaganda video was posted by Hamas. It shows the preparation for the aerial attack that has shocked the world. Some of the paragliders carry 2 men, a pilot and a gunman. This extraordinary video shows the music festival underway as a fleet of paraglider terrorists approach.
Okay? The safest city in the world, Israel, is attacked by Hamas. Okay? Please wake up and smell the coffee. A good leader doesn't tell you what to see. He only tells you where to look. Okay? I've been sending out the emails with the information. I'll send this out as well. If you're not on our email list, please go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com. You have to go to our own website, offgridwithdougandstacy.com. Sign up for our little newsletter that I send out. I am going to get better at sending them out more proficiently. I just don't want to spam your inbox. If we ever give anything away on our channel, we will never ask you for a dime. Man, when you stand for nothing, you will fall for everything. We will never ask you for money. Somebody's getting scammed in the comment section because someone said, send me some money and I will send you the prize. And I will never ask you for money, Stacy, and I will never ask you for money. We are here to help you, and we are here to help you see maybe a different side of the story. We are here to help educate you on our self-sufficient living skills that we freely pass out with over 1,500 videos on social media that you can glean from for free so you can take care of yourself. But please know that the world is a stage, and we are being manipulated on every single level. Okay? Hamas, you know, Ben Shapiro, of all people, put out a tweet saying that this is a burned, beheaded baby, and it was shown to be a bogus, computer-generated AI photograph. It's bogus. Okay?
Point of view, where we don't believe in the divinity of Christ. I think that there you can make an argument that the Gospels, which were written...
He was just a prophet.
No. We don't even believe he was a prophet.
What do you think he was? What do you guys think he was?
What do I think he was historically? I think he was a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans and got killed for his trouble.
It's an educational video, but I just wanted to bring to light the citizens of the countries are protesting their government, and the government unleashes some kind of nonsense to squash the protest. The Hong Kong protests are gone. No one's talking about it. Now, Netanyahu has all kinds of emergency powers, which we need to learn that lesson, that does not suspend our Constitution, okay? And he's over there running free willy-nilly, and he's trying to pull at your heartstrings so you guys get behind the wrong team, okay? I just said it. Now, on our next video, maybe we'll talk about Zionists and the Jews, or Judaism, because there's a big difference, and some of you guys are falling for the wrong team, okay? And those are just the facts. Now,
to our religion, we are in total opposition to the existence of the Zionist state of Israel. I call it Zionist state of Israel because it is Zionist. It is not Jewish. Judaism and the Torah forbids Jews to have our own sovereignty, our own entity since the destruction of the temples, and Jews, true to the Torah, never aspire or try to have our own state. We also are forbidden to kill or to steal. The whole concept of taking this land away from the Palestinian people, it is totally antithetical and is contradictory to my religion, Judaism.
All I'm trying to do, like I said, is provide some awareness from a different perspective. But there's something happening here. And what it is becoming clear. There's a distraction over there, while the puppet masters play over here. You guys got to pay attention. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Subscribe to where you're seeing it. Make sure you're following us for more updates. I just wanted to bring that to your, to your eyes so you can see it. Okay? We'll see you on the next one.
Judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu is basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here. But I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand-down order? Was there a stand-down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is. Yeah. And you're trying to tell me that they're going to concerts and kibbutzes and schools?
Something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. The young people speaking their minds are getting so much resistance from behind. Time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and they're carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and take you away. We better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. We better stop now. what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. We never stop.